Weekend, here's an alert for you to mind your digital devices. To talk through current security risks and protecting your security while traveling, we want to bring in expert Cyrus Walker. Good morning to you, Cyrus. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So this is admittedly not the sexiest thing to talk about when we're talking about the beach and vacation and all of that, but it's important. Speaking more generally, how serious have things gotten in terms of the risk of your security being affected somehow?
Well, things have gotten serious more now than ever before because we are heavily connected across every aspect of our life.
Right.
Consumers have to be mindful of what they connect to, what wireless networks they connect to, and how they connect to them because devices have consolidated, for instance, the data and power ports that now allow for data to be accessed over what we call power lines. And so as a result, if your device is not secure, unsuspecting consumers can have their devices hacked into and their data stolen as a result of just simply thinking that they're charging their phones.
Let's start with something, and you're touching on it now, something that we've mentioned in previous weeks, folks might be aware of, and that's plugging into like a USB port at the airport. What's the risk that comes with that? Because you're thinking if it's the airport itself offering it, it's got to be safe. That's not necessarily the case.
No. So most of these services in the airport are provided by public vendors. They're not provided by the airport themselves. And so there's more of an incentive by the public vendor to make money by providing that service than necessarily ensuring your security. And so you, the consumer, have to make sure that your phone is locked down as much as possibly can be in order to ensure that these public charging ports can't be used to access your phone. They have zero incentive to ensure that those public charging ports are secure. And so as a result, you have to take on that burden as a consumer to do that. Important
distinction. The airport itself isn't offering that. And I guess you could bring your own charging block. Does that eliminate the risk?
It does to a great degree. Plugging into the power within the airport. So, for instance, if you're at a gate and there's a power outlet on the wall, that's probably a safer bet because the access to those power outlets are controlled by the airport. They control the electrical systems in the airport. So a better course to charge a phone would be to find a power outlet on a wall and charge a phone that way.
Gotcha. Another convenient option that's being offered more readily is Wi-Fi. And, you know, there's that sigh of relief. You can connect to the Wi-Fi, get work done or pass the time, but there are some concerns there as well. What should we know?
Yeah, you never know who's riding on that Wi-Fi network. You know, malicious actors will regularly get on Wi-Fi networks to see what devices are insecure and what devices they can access. And this happens whether you're in an airport or in a coffee shop or public venue. Again, they're providing what's called a guest network to users. And so generally that guest network is not locked down enough to ensure that it's secure for everyone riding on that network.
So do you avoid it altogether, or is there a safer alternative?
Yeah, well, there are a couple of safer alternatives. Number one, for instance, most people will use their computing devices like their laptop or tablet. If you have a cell phone, most cell phones come with a hotspot these days. So I recommend using the hotspot on your cell phone to access the internet. Secondly, you want to make sure that you've got strong passwords set on your phone to prevent anyone from being able to hack into your phone through a brute force attack, which means that they're guessing the passwords. You just want to be vigilant. You want to be smart on how you connect and where you connect because you just never know who's on that network with you.
Okay. How can folks connect with you, speaking of, for more information or just to follow?
You can reach us at data-defenders.com, where we provide a lot more information to consumers on how to secure their devices. And we also have a white paper out called Managing Your Digital Life, which explains and provides some tips and techniques on how consumers can better secure their digital life.
All right. Some good tips that you've offered up today. So we appreciate it. Cyrus Walker joining us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.